Hi, everyone. Welcome to Module 3 of our four-part quarterly training series. I'm Margaret, here again with Dylan, our subject matter expert.
Good to be here. This one's called the PCI Daily Playbook, and that title's the whole point. This isn't new theory, it's the handful of small habits that, done consistently, actually keep card data safe day to day. Desk habits, password habits, physical habits.
So, less about here's a new threat and more about here's how you actually behave every day.
Exactly. The last briefing was about spotting new attack tactics. This one's about the boring, unglamorous, repeatable stuff. And honestly, the boring stuff is what actually prevents most incidents.
Let's get into it.
Just one grounding point before we move into new material. Sensitive authentication data. The full card track data, the CVV, the PIN, must never be stored after authorization. Not by anyone. Not for any reason. Not just for a second. If you take nothing else from this whole series, that's the one rule to keep.
We've said that before, but it clearly bears repeating.
It does, because it's the single easiest rule to accidentally break without realizing it. A sticky note, a spreadsheet cell, a screenshot. None of those feel like storing data in the moment. They all are.
Let's start with the desk itself. What does clean desk actually mean in practice?
It's simpler than it sounds. Screen lock the moment you step away. Every time, not just when you're leaving for lunch. No card numbers or sensitive notes visible on a whiteboard, a monitor sticky note, or a desk pad anyone walking by could glance at. And any paperwork with cardholder data on it gets secured or shredded the moment you're done with it. It doesn't sit in a stack to deal with later.
Honestly, what does a properly secured desk actually look like versus one that isn't? I feel like people picture this differently.
Picture it literally. If you got up right now and walked away for 10 minutes, could anyone walking past your desk see a card number, read something off your unlocked screen, or grab a document with sensitive data sitting in plain view? If the answer's no, that's a clean desk. If there's any hesitation in that answer, that's the gap to close. Quick refresher on credentials, since this is worth repeating every quarter. Never share your password with anyone, not a coworker covering for you, not someone claiming to be IT on the phone. And if you get a multi-factor prompt you didn't personally trigger, deny it and report it. That means someone already has your password and is trying to get past the second step.
Has anything actually changed on the policy side recently, or is this pure repetition?
Nothing new to announce this cycle specifically. But that's actually the point of a refresher slide like this. Password and MFA habits are exactly the kind of thing that quietly slip over a few months if nobody reinforces them. This is deliberately here every quarter, policy change or not.
Let's go back outside the screen for a minute. The physical side of things.
Right, quick refresher on 3 habits. Badge and visitor procedures. Every visitor signs in and gets escorted, no exceptions for someone who looks familiar. Tailgating awareness. If you don't recognize someone at a secure door, it's completely fine to ask them to badge in themselves.
We covered that one before, but the door-holding instinct is a hard one to unlearn.
It really is, which is why it's worth repeating. And the third habit, specifically for anyone near a physical card reader, a quick visual check for tampering before each shift. Look at the card slot for anything bulky or loose. Check that cables haven't been swapped or spliced. And look for broken seals or mismatched casing. 10 seconds. And it's one of the more effective habits on this entire list.
And if something looks off,
Don't use it. Don't touch it. Don't try to remove it yourself. Just report it right away. Last habit for today, vendor and remote access. Never let anyone remotely connect to your computer unless you initiated that support request yourself. If a support call comes in out of nowhere, asking to remote in, that's a red flag on its own.
Dylan, are you really saying we should turn away IT support if we didn't ask for it?
I'm saying verify first, not necessarily refuse outright. If someone calls or shows up claiming to be a vendor or IT for an unscheduled visit, confirm it through a channel you already know and trust before granting any access. A known internal contact, a known ticketing system, whatever your team actually uses. It takes 2 minutes and it closes off a genuinely common way attackers get in.
So the theme again is Verify through something you already trust, not through whatever the person in front of you is telling you.
That's the through line of basically this entire training series, honestly. It keeps coming back to that one habit.
All right, Dylan. Thanks again. Short and practical. Exactly what a daily playbook should be.
That was the goal. None of today's habits take more than a few seconds each. Lock your screen, glance at the reader, verify before you grant access. Small, repeatable, and genuinely effective.
That's Module 3 complete. Next up is a short knowledge check quiz to close things out. And as always, if you haven't gone through Module 1 yet, our full annual training, that's worth checking out, since it's the foundation this whole series builds from.
Thanks, everyone, for keeping these habits sharp.
We'll see you next quarter for Module 4.